guys you're doing well. My name is Christine. If this is the first time you're landing to this live, my name is Christine Kavanda. And I always tell my people that this is a channel where you learn different tips on how to handle different situations. Niko kwa nyumba. Today I'm deciding to just come live because I have an issue with my, is it called editor? I don't know. My video editing software has an issue, so I cannot be able to edit my videos at the moment. And so I've decided to do a live video. You know, it is easy ukifanya live video because nothing is required to be done. It's raw kabisa. Yani ni vile tu unaniona. Whatever I'm doing is what comes live. So I've decided to come live so that you can have a just so short discussion kidogo tu hapa na pale, so that you can assist each other. Like I am saying, this is a channel where you learn different tips on how to handle different situations. So najua mtu anajiuliza, what are we handling today? By the way, I'm in Kenya. Those who are watching from outside Kenya, I'm streaming this live straight from Kenya. And there are some few things because, you know, Kenya is one of the countries where a lot of tourists come. You know, like we have the best, actually, it is one of the best countries in Africa where you can come relax without anybody disturbing you, enjoying everything. The environment is super. You're gonna be able to see all types of animals. Go to coastal regions. This is where the tourists enjoy being. So we're gonna be talking about just like a small thing that I've seen happening here in Kenya, especially at the coastal region, because, you know, of course, tourists are coming, and most of them, by the way, are much attracted by the coastal region. That is where they go. They like going there at the beach, enjoying the Indian Ocean, enjoying the beach, which is something very good. But I know, especially those who are in Kenya, actually not even those who are in Kenya, it's happening even to other countries. We've seen what has been happening at the beach with the beach boys. And today we just want to talk to young girls, and not only young girls, even women who go to swim, especially those who go to public beaches in Mombasa. You know, it is good to go to Mombasa to swim, and it is good to enjoy life in Mombasa because at the end of the day, you need to enjoy life, of course. And we've seen what has been happening with the beach boys. And I'm very sure there are those people who are not aware of what happens at the beach with the beach boys. I was once a victim long time ago when I was in college. So we went there with the school, we went to swim. And of course, as usual, you'll get those beach boys there waiting, not careful, or if you don't know what happens at the beach, of course, you'd like to be taught how to swim. And you can imagine that naive girl from Shags, straight from Shags, who has never seen a beach. When you're told by somebody who wants to teach you how to swim, of course, you'll be overexcited and you'll agree to be taught how to swim. But what happens? So when we went, of course, I thank God because first of all, myself, I don't like water. I don't like, and I don't know how to swim, and I've never even thought of going to classes to swim. And even when I think of going to classes, I always feel like even if I'm taught to swim, I can't. So when we went to the beach, of course, we were two with my friend. So somebody approached us and he was like, "Can I teach you how to swim?" And of course, at first we were almost getting convinced that he can be shown how to swim. But when I started thinking of, going deep into waters. I was like, no, 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 me, I don't want to go to the deep to the waters. I don't want to be taught because, of course, it was my first time to see the ocean. And, that huge amount of water, that girl from Shards, if you've never seen it, ukiambiwa na mtu I want to take you inside, of course, the fear could not allow me to go inside. So that is how I escaped that trap. But I've seen it happening with very many girls, especially how it is normally overcrowded by the public. But what happens? Have you ever tried, you as a parent, tried to just to follow up with your kids? If maybe you went taking your kids to swim, have you ever tried to follow up to know what happens after you've given them permission to go and swim? These boys are there waiting for your girls. And not only girls, even the boys, they are waiting for boys to teach them how to swim. And what happens? Do you think that they are there waiting to teach people to swim? No, no, no. They want to take advantage of these girls. And I wanted to talk to that one naive girl, that one girl who has never been to the beach. Maybe you're there from Shards, and maybe you want to go to Mombasa to enjoy the coast region. It is good, but it is good to know this. Anytime you go to the beach, be sure that you'll find those beach boys there waiting for you. And they are very keen because they know the recruits, those who are coming for the first time. And they convince them so that they can go with them inside the waters. And you can imagine when they go with you inside the waters, do you think they are going to teach you how to swim? No, no, that is where rapes happens. They go with you in there, and because they know there is nothing you can do, especially for them who don't know how to swim, they will go in there, rape you inside there, and of course there is nothing you can do. You can imagine you are in deep waters, with a lot of waters, you don't know how to swim, and somebody is trying to rape you. You can imagine, what can you do? Of course, nothing. So it is good when you're going to the beach, especially, and not only even the public, it is even happening in the private beaches. Please, please be very careful. Parents, when you go with your kids there, don't just leave them. You leave them to go to the beach, and you go back to, maybe you are seated somewhere enjoying the environment, and you don't know what is happening at the beach. Please don't leave your kids alone at the beach. It doesn't matter, there is a huge number of people there. Please keep track. Keep on following up where they are. Don't leave them to be taught by anybody how to swim, because they will go there, they will be raped, and at some point they will not even tell you, because maybe they are shy, maybe they are shocked. And by the time you come to realize that somebody was raped inside the waters, it will be too late. And you know what happens? You get unwanted pregnant, just rape anybody who comes in, including the tourists. Say that in Mombasa there are lots of those kind of diseases, because these beach boys can rape anybody that they find. So it is good, you as a parent, and even if you're not going with your kids, if you hear that the kids are going to Mombasa, especially when they are going with a school, please talk to them. Tell your girls that this is what happens at the beach. And if they offer themselves to these beach boys, they can be raped. They can be even killed inside waters. You don't know what happens in there, because they have no strength. You can't protect yourself. You have nobody who is protecting you in there. It is you and the beach boy, and he can do anything that he feels like. So let us be careful. As parents, if we go there with our kids, please let us make sure that we keep track where they are going, whatever they are doing in those waters. And not only even with the beach boys, even other people, just the usual people who are not beach boys, they can just go and do some nasty things in there. And by the way, when I went there last December, I was so shocked to see young boy and girl, like 12 years, trying to do naughty things in waters. And this was a swimming pool. And then I was like, are you guys crazy? So it happens in the beach. It happens in swimming pools as well. Let us be careful, because look at this girl who is going to swim. Look at the way she is dressed in the first place. Most of them are half naked. Even others are like 90% naked. And you can imagine you're going to mingle with the men there, the boys, even the small boys. You know, you can imagine the situation. What happens? Of course, you can even trigger something that was not to happen. So we need to be very careful. And even ladies, I know it is good to wear bikinis when you're going to swim. Of course, that is the, swimsuits, that is the dressing code for swimming. But it is good to try, you as a person. Don't say that this is how I'm supposed to dress when I'm going to swim. Please try to also respect yourself, because the time you expose yourself to these men when you're going to swim, especially these beach boys, they are men, of course, and they have blood. They can just do anything, and if you're not careful, you can easily be raped. So as parents, when you go to these beaches, especially the public beaches, please let us be careful with our girls. Let us be careful with even our boys, because the time they are caught by these beach boys, they go to rape them. And like I've said, when you're raped, there are so many things that can happen in between. Unwanted pregnancies, you can be infected with a lot of diseases there. And at the end of the day, you will be the loser. Because of what? Because of something that you could have avoided. So let us try to check on our dress code when we are going to the beach. Let us not expose ourselves too much. Hata kama we are supposed to wear bikinis, something, let me tell you something. When wazungus go to the beach, haikangi very funny when they are almost half naked, when they are almost naked. It is not like an African. I don't know why it looks so funny with an African, but not with wazungu. So we are trying to copy. But what happens? We end up being raped in the beach. We end up being raped in the pools. So please let us try to, even though we are wearing our swimsuits, let us try to get decent swimsuits that can make us be respected as well, that cannot even trigger some things to happen. So mine was to talk to that naive girl, especially those who have never been to the beach. Please, anytime you are planning to go to the beach, remember that there are people who are waiting for you there. I know you're very innocent and you could not be knowing what normally happens on a beach, but it is good to know that when you go there, there are people who are waiting for you in the name of, I want to teach you how to swim. Please, these are not going to teach you, and they're not there to teach you how to swim, but they are there to misuse you. Those who have seen the trading videos, you've seen what happens in a beach, and it is not even pleasing. And sometimes I ask myself, those who take those videos, how do they feel? Do they have wives? Do they have daughters? Do they have sisters? Because, when you're taking a video of somebody being raped in waters, what do you think? Then you share it with the social media. Sometimes you need to ask yourself, instead of filming this video, why don't you stop this manner? Why don't you stop this behavior? Because even if you give me the video to watch, yes, I'll watch. And as a parent, I'll feel so bad, because some of those videos are very irritating. You watch them, you feel like you'll never take your kids to the beach again. But instead of taking those videos, try to avoid those things to happen. Try to talk to even that girl. Maybe that girl does not even understand what she is doing. She is alone. And by the way, even some are being raped by a group of men. I saw one of the girls being carried by a group of men, you can imagine a very bad situation. So instead of taking those videos, try to talk to this girl, try to rescue this girl. Please don't let her be infected with diseases, get unwanted pregnancies, a situation you could have saved. So please, it is good. Let us be careful. Girls, those who go to swim, even young boys who go to swim, don't follow those boys in the name that you are going to be taught how to swim. If you're not taking those classes in your school, just forget about it. Go somewhere safe where you can be taught, instead of going to the beach to be taught by those beach boys who are not even interested in teaching you how to swim, but they want to make use of you. So when you are there, please be careful. Don't follow those boys, because you as a girl, you will be raped. You as a young boy, you will also be raped in there. So I want to talk to parents. Anytime you take your kids to the beach to swim, please be careful. Keep on checking whether they are doing the right thing. Don't assume that they are okay. Even if it's a group of girls, you as a parent, please be careful. Keep on checking on them. Check what they are doing, because some of these girls are very, very innocent. They don't know what happens there. You can imagine that one girl who comes from Shards, who has never been to the beach, going there, getting a beach boy, goes inside the waters to be taught how to swim, and only to be shocked when she's being raped in there. So please, when you go there, try to talk to your girls. Tell them that it is not a very safe place to be. Let them not go in there with those boys, because they might lose their lives there. So mine was just to talk to those young girls. Even as, by the way, even somebody like me, if I offer myself to those beach boys to be taught how to swim, when I'm taken in there, deep into those waters, what happens? They can rape me. Of course, there is nothing I can do, because I can't save myself. I will end up being raped, which is a very serious case. So I just wanted to tell those people who go to the beach, if you're not aware of what happens to the beach, please just be sure that those beach boys are not interested in teaching you how to swim, but what they are interested in is raping you, misusing you, and we need to be very careful. Don't teach it, because let me give you an example. When I went there with my girls, we decided to go to a public beach, Pirate. And by the time we left them, thank God that we had talked to them and we told them, just be aware that these beach boys will be waiting for you there. And for sure, by the time they were entering into the beach, those beach boys had already surrounded them, and they were 4 girls. Were you 4 girls? They were actually, yeah, 4 girls. And let me tell you, if it is not that we had talked to them and we were aware of what happens there, those girls would have been raped inside the waters. If they accepted to follow them in there, they could have been raped by those beach boys. So it is always going to be cautious. If you go there and you don't know what happens, please just be sure. Please, if you're watching this video, share it. Let those people who are not aware of what happens at the beach, let them know that those boys are not interested in teaching you how to swim, but they are interested in misusing you, raping you, and you know what happens when you are raped. So let us be cautious. Let our parents know that when you take your kids to the beach, you don't take them there and relax. You take them there and keep watching what they are doing. Don't feel like there are a lot of people there, so I don't care. You leave your kids there alone, and at the end of the day, they come back raped or even being misused, and even some of them can kill you inside the waters. And by the time you come to realize, it will be too late. So it is good to be very careful. So please, if you're watching this video, let us share, especially those who have never been to the beach. They need to know this. Let them not assume, because This message is very, very important. Those beach boys are not very good people. They are there waiting to rape your girls, rape our girls, I mean. They are there to misuse our girls and even our boys, and it is good to know so that anytime we are going there, we are cautious. So let us share this video widely. Please let that one person who is not aware to be aware, and especially those who have never been to the beach. Please don't be excited. Ukifika pale kwa beach, don't be excited. Ukifika kwa beach, please don't be excited to follow those boys because you might lose your life there. So thank you so much, guys, for those who have watched this video. If you've not subscribed to this channel for this kind of videos and more, please do subscribe. I love you so much, and I'll keep on updating you on what happens. And please, once you watch this video, share it so that somebody else can also learn something from it. Please, for me, peace.